Hello, sixth grade Bobcats. Mr. Flato here. Welcome back to another great week at the Helena Middle School. On today's Bob lesson, wanted to break out one of my favorite videos. Thought it was about time. Sun is starting to shine a little bit more. The weather's starting to get a little bit better. We're on the precipice of spring break, and I thought this would be a good time to talk about success and how bad do we all want success. When it comes to success, I think success is everything that we all want to experience in life, whether it's on the athletic field, whether it's academically, whether it's performing arts, whether it's with our relationships, so on and so forth. And here's a few things I've learned over the years about success. For the most part, success has to be earned every day. Anybody that watched Montana State Bobcats in their run, their men's basketball and their women's basketball, one of the main things that Coach Danny Sprinkle talks about, who's an HMS alum, by the way, is rent's got to be paid on success every single day. You may have put in the work and had a great day yesterday, but you have to continue to bring it every day. And that can become hard sometimes. It can become hard to get up and do it every day and give your best. But that is 100% what is required of success. The other thing about success is anything you want in life, anything you want to achieve, any status you want to achieve in life, whether it's a job or a position on the sports team or on the acting circuit or whatever, comes with a little bit of healthy competition. Anything you want has value attached to it. Anytime you have something of value, there's going to be a little bit of competition for that. And so you have to get up and you have to work every day at it. One final note I'll share on success is a lot of people, and it talks about in this video, want to be successful until things get hard. It's that grit piece. It's that perseverance piece. It's what happens when something you're working towards, you have a hiccup, you have a roadblock, you have some adversity. What happens then? That's the real thing I believe in my life that really defines people that are successful and people that aren't successful is what happens when you meet that roadblock. Can you go back to the drawing table, stay after it, not give up, persevere through it, or do you let that be a deterrent to you reaching your success? So hope you guys like this video. Let's finish the third quarter here last week and then fourth quarter strong, and that's part of the reason I'm showing this video right now. Let's choose success and pay that rent on a daily basis. All right, title of this week's Bob lesson is How Badly Do You Want to Be Successful? But first, let's be our best this week at HMS. Let's be safe, let's be responsible, let's be respectful, and let's be a learner. All right, to intro this next Bob lesson, I wanted to show you guys this picture of this iceberg. For many of you, you've seen icebergs, and what's cool about icebergs is you can just see a little bit coming out of the top, and the main metaphor behind an iceberg is there's way more beneath the surface, there's way more that you can't see that's below the surface than there is that you can see. And I'm going to go through this for probably the next couple of weeks talking about success and all the things that you can't see that go along with success. And we're going to start today talking about hard work, and I'm going to share one of my favorite videos with you. One of my mentors in education used to always say, for kids like you, if you have a work ethic and you can work hard, there's always a place for you in this world. So let's get moving on to this video. I hope you guys like it.
There was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you are. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach at 4 a.m. He liked the beach. I said, I want to make money. I don't want to swim. Guru said, if you want to make money, I'll meet you tomorrow, 4 a.m. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. Adrian, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you gotta want it. You gotta go days without, listen to me, you gotta want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Would a real Eric Thomas please stand up? Stop being this high school dropout. Stop giving up. Stop sleeping on the street. Stop walking up and down Finkel Avenue like you ain't got nothing, and get your GED. Stop being afraid to take a test. Stop being afraid to go to college because your daddy didn't go and your mama didn't go. Stop being afraid and be the best Eric Thomas you can be. But listen to me, it's going to be hard. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree, but I got it. And guess what? On a degree, it don't have dates. So if it took you 4 and it took me 12, it don't show up nowhere. But I'm exactly where I wanted to be because I realized I got to commit my very being to this thing. I got to breathe it. I got to eat it. I got to sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard and you can have whatever it is you want.
Wow, I love that video. Every time I watch that, that gives me goosebumps. So I want to make a couple important points about this video because there is a couple things I want to break down and talk about. I love this story. It's about a guy, for those of you that maybe had a hard time following it, that saw somebody older that was successful and said, man, I want to be just like you. I want to teach me what to do to be successful just like you. And the guy said, okay, well, meet me at the beach at 4 a.m. the next day. So the guy shows up at the beach in a suit, and he's thinking he's going to follow him around, trail him for the day, and learn how he's successful. And the guy asks him, you know, walk out there in the water, walk a little further, walk a little further. And he walks out to the point where he's up to, the water's up to his chin. And then the guy jumps in after him and puts him under the water, which we should never do to people, by the way. And the whole point of this was, when you're underwater, the most important thing in life is to breathe, is to get some oxygen. And he said, you know, when you want to breathe, when you want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe, that's what it takes. And what he's referring to is hard work. And I want to make a couple points because success doesn't necessarily mean making money. In this video, the money was referenced, but there are many definitions of success, and I want to put that out there. Making money in life is not the most important thing. As middle school students, it is important to get 8 to 11 hours of sleep. He referenced in there, I think in one version with Beyonce or 50 Cent, they were talking about how you might have to go and get only a couple hours of sleep. For middle school students, that is not healthy. Also, he talked about being so busy and working so hard that you don't have time to eat. It is important for middle school students to eat 3 square meals, if not 4 or 5, every single day. So, what things are more important to you than be successful? He talked about being cool or doing different things or being accepted, and how some people put other things in the place, or they have other things that are priorities over being successful. And what he's saying in the video is, if you want to be successful at something, you got to make that number one. Sacrifice what you are for what you want to become. Are you willing to do it, and are you willing to pay the price? And there's a quote that ended it was, commit your very being to being successful. Work hard and you can have whatever it is that you want in life. And what this video was about to me is dedicating yourself to something. Working hard. There's no substitute in life for working hard. Somebody that was a mentor to me in education my first few years used to always say, if you give me somebody that will work their butt off, that'll work hard, there is a place out in society for them. And I'm a huge believer in hard work and dedicating yourself to whatever it is that you want to do. All right, our quote of the week comes from that video. And our quote of the week is, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I love that quote. Guys, every single person in this school, every single one of you, every last one of you, you guys can go out and do whatever it is you want to do in life. I firmly believe that. At the end of the day, it comes down to how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be successful? How hard are you willing to work to accomplish your goals and to accomplish your dreams? When you want to accomplish them as bad as you want to breathe, when you're underwater and struggling for breath, that is the ticket right there. All right, this week's Jelly Bean Question of the Week winners: Hazel Fastine, Regan Bushella, Eleanor Peterson, Winston Leonard, Ava Elwine, and Caleb Everly. The next letter was M, so that would be seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, and then M for months. All right, this week's Jelly Bean Question of the Week. If you spell numbers out backwards, starting with 1, so 1 would be ENO, and working up, so 2, that would be OWT. What is the first number that spells out a commonly used word? If you think you know the answer, get your answer into the Bob box. Make sure your first and last name is on that thing, and tune in next week to see if you are a winner. All right, Bobcats, let's make it a fantastic week at the Helena Middle School.